morning, sir.
Morning, Mr. Martinez. How are you this morning?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I don't know yet. Please, have a seat. I trust you've had time to think about our conversation yesterday.
Yes, sir, I did.
But what did you decide? Are you on my team?
Mr. Tyson, I am very grateful to have a job here. I cannot do as you have asked.
And why is that?
Because it is wrong, sir. It would be dishonoring to my God and my family to lie on that report.
Do you understand what this may do to your job here?
Yes, sir, I do.
Javier, may I shake your hand? Young man, you just gave me the right answer. I've been looking for someone to manage inventory and shipping, and quite frankly, you were the last person on my list. But I need somebody I can trust. Will you take the job? We'll adjust your pay.
I would be honored to, sir.
Good. Then the job is yours. Now, Walter will go over all the specifics with you, and I'll make the announcement to the staff on Monday. Congratulations, Javier. Oh, and Javier, thanks for your integrity. It's rare.
Well done, Javier. After 6 times, I was getting discouraged.
He's got no. God, please don't for him. Hello?
Carmen!
It's okay, baby. It'll be okay. We'll make it. We'll get through this.
No, Carmen, listen to me.
The Lord knew we were gonna go through this.
I was not let go.
I know, baby. It's okay.
Now listening to me. They did not fire me. They promoted me.
What?
It was a test, Carmen. They made me a manager, and they're gonna raise my pay.
A test?
I was promoted, Carmen. Everything's gonna be okay.
What's wrong, Mommy? Okay, Mommy?
Okay, we're all okay.
I love you, Carmen. And tell the children I love them too. And that God answered our prayers.
I'll tell them, Javi, I love you too.
I'll talk to you soon.
Wow. Okay. Let's turn off that light. I'm just curious. What do you think of the movie? Have you seen it? Yeah? Yeah? All right. What's your... To do the right thing. Yeah. 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 To tell the truth. To be honest. You gotta pick. Yeah. What do you think? What are you feeling? It's not a quick decision. You gotta think about it, you gotta ponder it, and then the next day he decided to do the right thing and to be humble. Yeah, what do you think? Well, my experience is kind of the same. As I was working, and there's 2-3 times over the past. I was working, and what happened was, I don't want to go too deep into the story, but I was praying and I was thinking, and then I was discussing it with God, and I was emotional, and then the next day I decided to do do the right thing, to follow God, and to trust in Him, and not this group. Now I decided not to follow that group. I decided to follow God. And then I trusted in God, and things kind of it was confusing, but then it came together, and I was really surprised. Later, it was all good. Yeah, wow. I was watching that, I was sitting there, and I just got a little bit teary-eyed. I don't know why, it just makes me emotional. How many do you like to follow that person? Yourself. What would you say? Wow, if I had that, what do you guys all feel? Wow, I was kind of proud. I was like, oh, wow, it's exciting. Wow, when you follow, it really emphasizes the importance of the truth and of honoring God, following God, of praying, and asking God to lead you. Do you understand? It just fills you up. For 6 men, 6 men. The 7th man, the 7th, you can, wow. Did you notice there's 6 men that failed? And then one, the 7th, he was like, I got some money, I'm gonna keep lying. No, he didn't have the power. So I want to ask all of you to analyze your own heart. Which are you? What's going on inside of your heart? Are you going to be following God with your heart and trusting Him? Are you going to be like the wife who's all stressed and confused and changing her mind? And I want to believe, but I don't know. And I'm nervous and I'm anxious and I'm feeling stressed. And oh, no, what am I going to do? God, help me, what? So, how did he trusted in God and he guarded his heart. Remember those 3 things? There's 3 different groups of people. Remember the first one with the seed? There was the hard, there's the rocky. And then you got to ask you, which one are you right now? Okay, show us the next slide. Are you the rocky? The thorn? Or the soil? Which one are you? You gotta think, you gotta ponder right now. Think about it. First one, who feels that you're a rock? You're rocky soil. Who feels, no? Wow. Okay. How about the second one, the thorns? I got a few more hands going up on that one. Okay, yeah, I can understand that. Who feels like they're the good soil? Anyone? Yeah? No, not really. No, that's fine. Just be honest with yourself. That's okay. I feel like I'm kind of half and half. I'm kind of in between the two. Yeah, that's fine. What's really important is to be honest with yourself. There's no right or wrong. I'm not going to criticize you. I'm not going to stick it in the back of my mind and go, oh, yeah, I remember him. He was the thorny soil. No. First, let's talk about the rock. Yeah, next slide. Okay, go ahead and read this parable. Okay. What's Jesus' parable here? Okay, he says, pay attention. Pay attention to the parable of the sower. He says, some of you do not understand, even though they hear that, so they snatched it, the seed was sown, it was snatched up. It was sowed, it grew, And the seed, it fell on the path. And then what happened was the people who are not paying attention to the word, first they receive it, they're really happy. And then later, what happens is they don't continue. Over time, they get frustrated, things happen, and they just lose it. They get scared and they lose it. I'm kind of curious, how many of that has that ever happened to you? Have you had that experience where the first time you're driving a car, and you're all excited, you're eager, I'm driving a car, you're all ready to go, and you got this list, oh man, I'm gonna make sure I'm doing it all right, and paying these things, and then quickly, you're like, sorry, nah, I don't want to drive a car, I've done that before. Have you ever experienced that before? Yeah, well, it feels like, just kind of choke up inside. At first you're all excited, I'm going to buy a new car. And then, you feel like it's kind of bad. You feel like there's a dent, and it's, money, and I don't want to sign up for it. I can. But you don't really realize how quickly it's gone, that new car feel. The seed, it grows. And you're all excited, and I'm ready, and then what happens? Quickly. It's just, what happens? Quickly, it's just gone. It's gone. You feel, oh man, I gotta work, I gotta do this, I gotta do all this kind of stuff, I'm thirsty, I really can't do this other stuff, I need some money. Yeah, I need money, I need to work, I need to support myself, you guys don't understand. No. But for yourself, what does it mean to be that kind of seed? You have that kind of experiences. Maybe in your marriage you struggle, you have children, roommates, work, coworkers, going to college. You're struggling. You look back, you're like, oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember when I was that kind of seed, yeah. And then for a short, you're all excited, and then a short time later, it's gone. And then the second one is the thorns. Go ahead and read. So 22, what is it? Verse 22, it says, the seed that falls in the thorns is like the person who hears the word but gets frustrated with life and the deceitfulness of wealth, and it just makes them unfruitful. You gotta understand, when you grow, you're excited, but the thorns, these different things are coming at me. I get worried, I need help. I'm like, You forget what's number one? Yeah. We get pressure. We feel like, I need some money. You understand that happens. Money, worries, and pressure, financial pressure. How many of you feel pressure about money? Just volunteer. Raise your hand. Yeah? Yeah? Can you give me an example of what you mean? Well, before all the time, I have to have a plan, I need to have some money, and I need to pay bills, and I need to have a plan, and it can get kind of confusing. Right. What's some other examples? Anybody else? There's one or two kids in college, and yeah, she's got a lot. She's got two kids in college. It's like, I gotta pay for them. How am I gonna pay for them? No, the last week, right? It does. It's a lot. And another one. Who has another example? I have to pay my bills. Yeah, definitely. Something's very, very expensive. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. There's different things. I'm just kind of curious. What are you going to do about the worries? Are you going to allow the worries to blind you in your head, and that's what you think about? And you're like, it's just Satan picks on you and attacks you. And you feel like, I can't, I give up, I quit, I can't, it's too much, help me, blah. And you just a drama king. Man, you're just so dramatic. Yeah, I'm going to tell you a funny story. My son, he's addicted to what? He just loves the phone. Oh, he's just addicted to the phone. And he's always texting all day. And then one time, he was just texting all day. He loves his phone. Now, you gotta understand, he is worried if I'm gonna take it away. I love my son, but sometimes my son, he's like, I can be stubborn. So no, I'm like, no, you can't. And he's like, but. Please, I promise. Well, I want him to trust. I want him to trust God. And God said, allow me to care for you. I will care for your money. Trust in God. You trust in God or you trust in yourself? Which one? If you trust in God, God will take care of you. Yeah, things are expensive, but trust in God, no problem. Nothing to it. But, we can feel pressure. We can feel like, oh, I have money. No, don't let the frustrations and worries get to you. Trust in God. The third soil. Okay, the third part, this soil, the good soil. He says that seed that falls on the good soil is like a person who pays attention to the word and understands it. A person who continues and produces a crop 160 or 30 times what was sown. Wow. Imagine that. Just picture God and saying, I will trust in God, and I will trust in you. And it works. Let me tell you a story about what happened. It was a few years ago. My wife, the two of us, we were living and just doing stuff, doing things fast, and the social worker came over, and they noticed, and he said, well, who's going to care for your nephew? And I said, our nephew, okay, I don't mind, we can care for him. The kids, that's okay. So we cared for him for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 months. And then what happened was the person who was caring for those two, they quit. They just quit. They stopped caring for them. They said, I can't handle those two. No, I quit. So what do we do? So we adopted those two. We needed to make the decision fast if we were going to adopt them. I thought, okay, well, God, you're going to have to help us know what to do. So my wife, she prayed and she fought, and she goes, man, she's like, we can support 2 kids, we can support the family, and we adopt them. Same thing, we can feed them, we can take care of them, we can make it, we can do it. And she prayed and she prayed and she prayed with the kids. We had 2 kids, and then all of a sudden, boom, we had 4. You understand? Before that, we were moving along, and we're like, oh, 2, yeah. And what do we have to go through? And it was in the dark, and then I was studying, and what do we do? They were drinking, they were smoking, no, we don't want to involve in that, no, we don't want to be involved in that. We had to asking all these questions, we had to go deep, and the police came, and the police were watching with the lights and the siren, and everyone paying attention, and we're like, oh my goodness, what do we do? God, trust. God is awesome. We trusted. And that's what happened. So, we adopted the 2, worked, and now my heart is just filled with joy. It's awesome. So what happened? We started to exchange. We didn't have any hope. We're like, what do? We we got shoes, we got shopping, we got to get a bed, we got all, and we need all this extra stuff. I was like, wow, for quickly. We had to work it out. We had to go to the church, and we're like, okay, we're just going to surrender. It's the same thing with Jesus. He's looking for the soil that'll produce 60, 100, 30 times as much. Wow, we can do that. We can do that. You gotta understand, this is true for all of you. What soil are you gonna be? The rock? The thorns? Or the good soil? Remember, some of you said, yeah, my heart, I feel like it's thorny. That's okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it. But think of the story and what you can become. Okay. The name, okay? Oh, here's that.
Go ahead.